Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday. Happy Sports Day, a virtual Spirit Week. I'm wearing decked out in some of my Broncos gear, my favorite team. The Denver Broncos. They play football. And they have won 3 Super Bowls. Hi, Neville. Neville's right here. There he is. Okay. Because he's a big Broncos fan too, aren't you, Neville? That was a yes. Okay. So I want to see you decked out in your favorite team. Send me a picture. If you don't have a favorite team, remember, it could be a favorite sport: football, baseball, basketball, soccer, gymnastics, dance, martial arts, boxing, whatever your favorite sport is. It could be anything, okay? Video games is not a sport. Sorry, okay? Also, I just saw the news that probably made my day. There's a new Wayside School book. It's called Beneath the Cloud of Doom, and it was just published earlier this month. Don't worry. I am ordering it today because we need to have it, okay? I love, before I get into our final chapter of this one, I love all the work you've been sending in, all of the artwork and writings. I really enjoy them. I really enjoy seeing the pictures of you because I miss you so much. So please keep them coming, okay? So today, we're reading the title chapter, which means the title of the chapter is the same as the title of the book, Wayside School is Falling Down. Okay. So there you go. There's your picture. Here it goes. A strong wind whooshed around the playground in the early morning before school, blowing dirt and leaves in the faces of children. When the bell rang, they could hardly make it from the playground to the school. The wind was blowing directly at them, pushing their hair straight back. With every gust of wind, the school building teetered one way and then tottered back the other. As they headed up the stairs, they could feel the building swaying back and forth. The higher they got, the more it swayed. "Hooray!" yelled Kathy. "Wayside School is falling down." "What are you so happy about?" asked Joe. "We'll all die." "Yes, but we won't have to do our homework," said Kathy. They entered the room on the 30th story. Mrs. Jules rang her cowbell. "Find your seats," she said. That wasn't easy. All the desks crammed together on one side of the room. The building swayed and all the desks slid to the other side of the room. Finally, the children all found their seats and planted their feet firmly on the floor. "We are going to have a fire drill today," said Mrs. Jules. "So let's be prepared. Who was our door monitor this week?" "I am," said Mauricia. "Good," said Mrs. Jules. "Who was our help monitor?" "I am," said Jason. "Very good," said Mrs. Jules. "You have a big mouth." Stephen raised his hand. "What if there really is a fire?" he asked. "There's not going to be a real fire," said Mrs. Jules. "It's just a drill." "I know, but what if it's a real fire?" asked Stephen, "and the firemen won't come because they'll think it's a drill. The school will burn down." "Don't worry," said Kathy. "The school's not going to burn down. It's going to fall down." Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. It was the fire drill. Mauricia, the door monitor, held the door open. Jason, the help monitor, ran to the window. "Help!" he screamed. "Save us! We're up here! Help! Help!" Mrs. Jules led the children out of the room. If there was a real fire, the children might not be able to see her because of the smoke. So she constantly rang her cowbell, like that bell I have on my desk that's really loud. There wouldn't be any time to go all the way down the stairs either. Mrs. Jules led them up a ladder through the trapdoor to the roof. If there was a real fire, helicopters would rescue them. The wind was even worse on the roof than it was on the playground. Mrs. Jules stood in the center and held the cowbell high above her head. She looked just like the Statue of Liberty. "Everyone stay away from the edge," she warned. Kathy sang, "Wayside School is falling down, falling down." "It's not falling down," said Stephen. "It's burning down, and no one will rescue us because they think it's just a drill." Jenny noticed the dark funnel cloud in the distance. "Tornado!" she screamed. "We're all going to get sucked off the roof." A flash of lightning lit the sky, followed by a loud crack of thunder. "Really? We're going to get struck by lightning?" asked Todd. "No, we won't," said Stephen. "We'll burn in the fire." "No, we'll be sucked up in the tornado," said Jenny. "No, the school's going to fall down," said Kathy. Mrs. Jules continued to ring her cowbell. Klabunk, klabunk, klabunk. The strong wind carried the sound for miles. Suddenly screams came from down below. Then the whole building began to shake violently. Earthquake! Yelled Benjamin. Fire! Corrected Stephen. The school must have been struck by lightning, said Todd. Tornado, said Jenny. All fall down, said Kathy. The building continued to rumble and shake. There were more screams. Listen, said Myron. They're trying to warn us about something. Down below, over 500 kids and teachers were shouting together, Star-bringing purple. What are they saying? Asked Mrs. Jules. I don't know, said Myron. Mrs. Jules rattled her cowbell. Star-bringing purple. They shouted again. It sounds like star-bringing purple, said Myron. What does that mean? Asked Mrs. Jules. Myron shrugged. Mrs. Jules rang her bell even louder. Star-bringing your bell. Wait, said Mrs. Myron. They're not saying star-bringing purple. They're saying star-bringing your bell. What's a your bell? Said Mrs. Jules. She rang her cowbell even louder. The school shook and rumbled. Stop ringing your bell. Stop something, said Myron. Mrs. Jules rang her cowbell. Stop ringing your bell. Stop ringing your bell, said Myron. Oh, said Mrs. Jules. She stopped ringing her bell. Down below, all the students and teachers clapped their hands. But it was too late. Rondi opened the trapdoor. Cows, she exclaimed. The school was filled with cows. From all over the countryside, cows had heard Mrs. Jules' cowbell and heeded the call. There were thousands of them. They filled all the stairs and all the classrooms. And there was no way for the children to get down. Helicopters finally came and took them off one at a time from the roof. Wayside School didn't blow down. It didn't burn down. It wasn't struck by lightning or sucked up in a tornado or destroyed by an earthquake. It was cowed. No one knew how to get rid of the cows. Cows are strange animals. They don't mind walking upstairs, but nothing can make them walk downstairs. Someone suggested starving the cows, but the farmers wouldn't allow that. Thousands of bales of hay were sent in. Several cows had calves. The newspapers thought it was funny and made jokes about smart cows learning how to read and write. And so Wayside School was closed. The kids and teachers were temporarily sent to different schools. Only one person stayed behind, and he was there all day and night trying to get the cows to go home. Come on, pleaded Louis, the art teacher, as he pushed and pulled on the cows. Go home, please. Pretty please. Everybody mooed. There you go. It's a goodie. Don't worry. Wayside School gets a little stranger. We'll start reading that tomorrow, as well as I have a poem that I'm going to read to you tomorrow. And then by the time we're done that, I will have the new one, Wayside School, Beneath the Cloud of Doom, which kind of feels like what we're doing right now, doesn't it? How appropriate. Hope you're doing well. I will be back on later today. Can't wait to see pictures of you in your sports gear. I expect a lot of Eagles gear. Yeah. I just want to say 3 Super Bowls. And that's for Mr. Dixon. And I will be on later this afternoon to do something science-y. Maybe writing. Maybe I'll throw a curveball at you. Okay? All right. Hope to see pictures of you guys later. Till later. Bye.